I be that young rapping dude, might just trap with you. Coming with the thunder, baby, might just clap it through. I roll out in the morning light, whip that Harley bike, all black, I'm the party type, and it's on tonight. I just stepped in, no weapons, but my outfit might take your soul. See my presence impressive, got strippers slipping off the poles. I just whip, then I swerve and wish you would. I'm Timmy Turner, turned her to a carnivore. Now she treat me like a burger. I don't know their names, but they all wanna ride. All this energy around me, I feel so alive. This is
Hey, what's up guys, Darkbreaker here. In today's video we're gonna play Jayce Jungle, and if you guys like this video, then definitely make sure to smash the like button and write something down below whether or not you guys have tried out Jayce and you guys think he's good. You guys want to see Jayce mid lane, write it down below in the comments as well, and whether or not you guys feel like the Jayce Jungle performance of me was pretty good. And yeah, let's hop right into it. Okay, first of all, let me explain something. As you guys can see, this is on one of my Smurfs, Grandmaster Elo, so you guys wanted to see a high Elo gameplay, so we got it. And the early game didn't really start as well as I was expecting it, and you will see why. Honestly, I feel like his jungle clear is fine. Just this game didn't work out as expected because I've did a bunch of mistakes, and honestly it's my first time playing Jayce in the jungle, and I have to say it is definitely viable. Like, I played him a second time, and the second time I did good early game, but my Nunu went 219 inting, running it down, so that's not a good example. But anyways, I've seen Rush started with the first ability in the jungle. I would have thought starting with the second might have been better. So I just wanted to test whether or not this one is good. Because the second ability gives you tons of attack speed and damage from the range form. But I mean, the melee form does way more damage, to be honest. The melee form of Jayce is the key on how to play him. I know I've made a lethality, burst, assassin, poke build. But I think in Wild Rift compared to PC, you need to build him like a bruiser actually, because his range form doesn't do as much damage and his melee form does a shit ton amount of damage. So new core items like Black Cleaver, Sterox Gauge should be the build you go for in the Baron lane as well as in the jungle. So I'm gonna start Serratus. This item is broken for the early armor penetration. And in this game, I tried out 4 camp, but you definitely should go for 3 camp instead of 4 camp, because your jungle clear is not as quick. So 3 camp is probably better than 4 camp. Because as you guys can see, Jayce is, I mean, I am pretty slow as Jayce, and Jax is already on the Scuttle. I'm pinging, trying to poke him right here and try to snipe it, boom. And we don't get it, so now we're struggling. I'm like, oh shit boy, oh no. He's following, try to get the plan. I do get the plan, and we do get the first blood. But now you can see what mistake I'm gonna do. He put a ward, and then he used his third ability into flash, and he hits me. That was absolutely not necessary, and I gave Cannon double buff, and I just entered. We got the first blood. Going for 4 camp was the mistake here. Like, I should not went for the woes. Just wait, just go straight to the blue, and then here I would have 100% full life, and I would have been able to poke the Jayce down. Why do I say Jayce? I would have been able to poke down the Jax, and then I probably win the 1v1. I'm pretty sure if I didn't have to use all my spells for the blue buff and try to rush this, and then instead go for the 3 camp like red, Raptors, blue, and then Scuttle. I can, when he tries to go on it, I can keep poking him with my second ability and my first ability, and then I go all in. I'm pretty sure I would have beaten him if I just went for the 3 camp instead of 4 camp, and then I griefed against Cannon. Definitely bad mistake by me. So this is my second game on Jayce and first game in the jungle, so give me some slack. I do believe, like, trust me, I think he is gonna be viable in the jungle. Maybe not S tier, probably A tier. I think he's gonna be A tier. His jungle clear doesn't seem bad. His melee form seems pretty good. His ganks seem pretty good. His poking is decent. He is very squishy though. So that's why I'm gonna go for the bruiser build from now on. Since the lethality build, you need to be either giga fat or you're very squishy and you just get bursted super quickly. Okay, he's very low. Ooh. Oh no. Oh, he went out of the turret aggro, so I got aggro. It's Batman. That was actually a pretty good gank, and we won that team fight. So 3 kills for us, 1 death. Unfortunately, Leona went out of the turret range and reset the aggro onto me. Otherwise, I would have been able to survive as well, because she still had enough to tank like 1 additional hit, I guess. And if you guys want to learn how to play Jayce in the Baron lane, then make sure to check out the Jayce Baron lane video. I got a pentakill playing him for the first time. And if you guys want to learn how to use his combos, then definitely check out the first Jayce video, which is the pro combo guide I've made for him. This is the first Jayce video. Second Jayce video is the Baron lane video. And this is the third Jayce video. And the fourth Jayce video is probably going to be for the mid lane, if you guys want to see it. As you guys can see, you can hammer them away, boom, and Leona takes the kill. Feels good, man. Nice. What I notice is when you don't have blue buff, you run definitely very quickly out of mana. So you need the blue buff at all times. Okay, guys. This was 0 IQ move. 0 IQ move. Let's move on. This was just super dumb. I just wanted to chase and get the Z, but they were all there and I just ran it down. This is a bad mistake. Bad mistake, bad mistake. We all can agree on this one. Let's move on, okay? let's just move on. Let's just move on. We are really in, like, I'm really inting in this early game, by the way. I'm really inting in this early game. Since we're going Jayce in the jungle, we are actually not gonna go for the mana immune build. I think you can still go for the mana immune if you guys really want to. But I am just trying out a build where I'm not using mana immune in the jungle. Going Serate, Black Cleaver, Therox Gauge, then Serialda. I think it's gonna be Serialda afterwards. Boom, we get the kill. Serialda, Blade of the Rune King, and then Guardian Angel last item or something. Oh my god, you guys know this is just a voiceover, so I know what's gonna happen. Okay, let's clear. Let's poke the mid wave right here. Let's see what we can do. Just poke the mid wave. He's dashing onto me. I should be fine. Never mind. Zed is coming from the bush right here, and I'm briefing. What can I say? My 4 deaths are literally so fucking dumb. He's right. He's actually right what he's writing here. I tried to poke the wave and harass them a bit, but I got collapsed on. Just dumb mistake. He's right what he's writing, that I should have just left the turret. We got the Inferno. We lose the mid turret. I know it's bad because usually you want to avoid losing the mid turret because mid turret is so important. So I was like, maybe I can poke them. Maybe I can stall a bit. But instead I get collapsed on by Jax jumping onto me and Zed from the bush. Didn't expect the Zed from the bush collapsing onto me. And so I just end up dying like an idiot. But maybe I do look more human in this game where I'm just griefing like my viewers. I'm griefing like my viewers. Maybe you guys relate to me now more when I'm griefing like this. We do get the Herald, but I'm gonna die to the Cannon ultimate, the Braum, and the Jax. 4 or 5. Actually, we have 5 out of 7 deaths. You guys might be wondering, Darkbreaker, why are you uploading this game? You're doing fucking terrible. And I'm like, I'm desperate. Jayce is permabanned. Jayce is permabanned. I'm desperate. I'm desperate for any content. He's permabanned, and this game is actually gonna turn out pretty good. Check something. The Jayce Jungle. Boom, did we hit the poke? I think we did hit it correctly. Satch. I think we barely missed because the Q range or the Q hitbox is not that big. When you use QE, which is the insane quickly burst that you can use as a poke, the issue is the Q range or the Q hitbox is not that big. I feel like in PC his poke build is so strong. And he's such a strong poker in general, but in Wild Rift he is more like very squishy when you build him like a poking assassin, and way stronger when you build him like a bruiser. So I do believe the bruiser build is actually the best one. I mean, the lethality build probably works when you're snowboarding super hard and you guys want to keep harassing people with the poke damage. Poke damage is not that insane, but still pretty good. But I feel like using the hammer form more is better, because the hammer form does a lot of damage. And if you guys build him too squishy, you can't really use the hammer form too much. So at least there, a Sterox gauge is a must-have when you want to build the hammer, or when you want to play around the hammer form. So you have the Mercury cannon form, and then you have the hammer form. And the hammer form does so much damage with the all-in combo. So for example, you use your first ability into third ability for poke, then you can use the second ability, use your ultimate to transform into hammer form, and then the auto attacks that get enhanced with the second ability are gonna get transferred to the melee hammer form. And then you jump onto them, and then you do auto attack, and then your third ability doing tons of damage. And third ability scales with max HP damage of the opponent. So yeah, his all-in full combo is very good in my opinion. Let's go for this guy, bam, he dies, let's go. Like, I've seen some people say he's not that good, because his poke damage is not crazy, he's very squishy, but I feel like people, they don't know how to maximize and utilize his kit correctly, and secondly, they built him wrong, and thirdly, obviously people have zero experience on how to play him correctly. So that's the main thing. I do believe he's very strong, maybe not S tier like I said, but probably still S tier, both in Baron, mid lane, and maybe even jungle. Not sure if he's S tier in jungle, maybe just A tier. I need to play more times, but he looks pretty solid to me, to be honest. Okay, they're fighting, let's see what we can do here. QE, we do hit the Lucian. Okay, he's jumping away. Let's go for this Jax. Okay, we get the vision. And now I'm just gonna kill him. The first ability is pretty good because you can use it into a bush to get vision. And I didn't have the gate to enhance my first ability. Otherwise I would have used S1 third ability right into the bush. Also, make sure to always switch your forms, because your next auto attack is gonna get enhanced. Also, you get movement speed, and if you enter hammer form, you also get armor and magic resistance. And if you switch into your cannon form, you will get armor penetration and magic penetration. So utilizing the forms and switching in between them is the key on how to maximize the damage. Especially keep poking, and then switching into hammer form to go in. And right here, I should have waited for the Leona to engage, to be honest. Let's use QE onto the Braum, doing tons of damage. Jumping onto him, oh, right into the Braum ultimate, that was kinda unlucky. He's diving very deep. Braum is actually pretty good against Jayce because of his shield, to be honest. I'm gonna switch forms and then boom, let's nuke him quickly. You see the damage, bam, double kill. And now on Lucian, triple kill. He's gonna jump back in, I'm gonna flash out. And now I'm gonna just go back and switch forms. And we do get the quadra kill. Second game on Jayce in Grandmaster Elo. Even though we were only 5-5, not doing too hot, as you guys can see, Jayce's teamfight value is pretty solid, even when you're not doing too well in the early game. And definitely, if I snowball better in the early game, I think Jayce is going to be very, very strong. His gank potential is pretty good. So if you're snowballing in the early game, I do believe you can easily get like 10-0 on this champion, and then just win the game. Especially with this build I'm using on him. Since you are not squishy, so you don't die as easily in a 1v1, and you have tons of damage, you are tanky, and you have decent sustain, you have the Zhonya's for survivability, you have the Sterox Gauge passive, you have the Blade of the Rune King lifesteal, so overall, I would say he does have a pretty overloaded kit. He does have a pretty overloaded kit. Let's see what I can do here. Ultimate. Come ultimate. Boom. Nice. Bam. We nuke him. We get the double kill. And we might be able to just go for the Baron right here. I think we should have just went for the Baron at this point. I don't know if we can get the tier 3. Because Jax is dead, so it means basically free Baron. Let's see my poke right into them. Bam. Did you see the damage onto the cannon? This was like... Okay, we do get this kill. Almost half-life. Almost half-life with just one combo. But yeah, compared to the builds I introduced at the beginning, I do believe Sterox Gauge is a must-have. And Black Cleaver might be also very good. But Sterox Gauge is definitely a must-have in every build, no matter the role you're playing. Like if you're playing top lane, mid lane or jungle, Sterox Gauge is a must-have. If you guys want to use his hammer form much more efficiently. You could also go for Death Dance instead of Blade of the Rune King, but I do like the Blade of the Rune King damage for the 1v1. Also, with the second ability, insane synergy. I'm gonna hammer him back first and then I'm gonna jump onto him. We do get that kill, godlike. And now we can just go for the Baron. Since Jax is dead. Okay, Saya playing aggressively. 6 ultimate onto cannon, well played. They do get that kill, and now we can just go for the Baron. So it's gonna be between Blade of the Rune King or Death Dance. Blade of the Rune King, more damage, more sustain. Actually not more sustain, but you have the passive that can slow and you have way more damage. And Death Dance has way more sustain and also some additional ability haste. I'm actually gonna give it to her since I do still have a red buff a little bit, and I feel like Caitlyn, or no, I mean never mind, Saya benefits more with the red buff actually. Let's see what we can do here in the top side. Looks like Camille is fighting. We might be able to just go for the kill 3 right here. I'm gonna poke the Braum a little bit. Gonna go for the... Let's see. Oh, she does get the kill alone. Nice. Look at the poke damage on Cannon, by the way. You do have decent poke, definitely. You definitely have decent poke. Not like what the others have been saying. I've seen a lot of people say, oh, the poke damage is irrelevant. But considering I wasn't that fat, I wasn't that snowballing. In the late game, yeah, okay, I had a lot of gold, but before, I mean, the whole point of playing Jayce is snowballing in the early game. That's the whole point, so I assume you usually get fat. As you guys can see, Grandmaster, 23k, which is second highest, and this deck actually did tons of damage. But anyways, yeah. That's gonna be it for the gameplay. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright.